Hyper with the weekend video, and it's Saturday the 5th of October. I'm starting with Bitcoin this morning, kind of a simple little pattern really. I won't go into the actual action since the low, but there's a case that we've seen the end of a major wave 2 at this point around 7,700. As a further case, we've seen a 1, 2, 5 part 3, a 4 and a 5, and now an A, B, C, which, as you notice, has spiked below the Fibonacci 61.8% level, and A equals C around 80.50. So there's a case that this spike low is important. I can't say we're seeing much to confirm that at the moment, but those of you who are looking to go long on Bitcoin have an opportunity here. Basically, I'll be reissuing a big call. The big call remains in place on Bitcoin. Once we see some confirmation that this is actually the low, and as I said before, I'm expecting a rally above 20,000 once this third wave begins. And I say, you never know for sure with markets, but I think this looks pretty solid at the moment. But you never know. People criticise me sometimes when I say that market may go up, may go down, and I say, well, congratulations, you now understand what the market's about, how it works. You've made a huge step forwards, because that is the nature of the market. You may not like it. It may not be ideal. It obviously isn't. If we had certainty, that would be excellent, I guess, for all of us. Although the market wouldn't exist if it was certain. Obviously, everybody would do the same thing, and there wouldn't be a market. So there'll be either buyers and no sellers, or sellers and no buyers. Anyway, enough of that. That's Bitcoin at the moment. All right, gold is in a similar position, not exactly the same, but we have what I call big 1 to here, big 2, and then 1 of 3 coming in, followed by an A, B, C. So gold's slightly ahead of Bitcoin by a few days now. They're sort of synchronizing, and we had this move up. So let's have a look at that. All right, so since this low, which again is, I think, similar to Bitcoin, waiting for a large move coming in, we've got a 1, 2, 5 part 3, ABC 4, suggesting we've got a fifth wave to come to complete the first leg up, and then we'll see a correction, I think. I haven't gone long at this point. I'm waiting for the correction really to see what comes, what we get offered. Quite a nice spike there, but it does count as a 4, it's not impossible actually that is the wave 5, and this is the wave next leg, the wave 2 on the way down. So not quite so clear. We may get some indications once this rally gets going. All right, silver pretty much the same. We've got this clear 5-wave move, quite a long move actually, started in May. So that's 5-6 months. Followed by this ABC, which looks like a wave 2, and now this rally starting up. Similar count to gold. Let's have a look at that in a bit more detail. There is a clearer case here that the high is actually in on silver. So we've got a possible 1 there, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. That's a complete 3 from here. ABC 4, and then 5 waves up to there, followed by the A, B and C. So this, once it's proved itself, if it does so, would suggest that the low is actually already in. So a bit of dichotomy there with gold, but I'm sure that I think the same count will apply to both. It's just it's not absolutely clear on gold that that we have got the 5 waves up at this point. Looking at the fibs, we see that the low of the ABC off this peak at just short of 18 came in right in the middle of the 61.8% and 50% band. There's a band here. Which I guess supports the case that this could easily be the low before the explosive rally I'm looking for. Looking at the 1 minute action, which is rather messy to say the least. There's no real count here. We got, that could be a 1, I suppose. It's hard to see 5 waves, and this is clearly some kind of a correction, maybe a triangular correction. It's worth looking at the 1 minute charts from time to time. They can be quite useful. You do get some clear signals that this isn't one of them really, but it certainly supports the case for more upside. So if this is a corrective move, then it does suggest this could be an A and a B and then a C. So that is one aspect of that. I guess to summarise silver and gold, we're liable to see a move up. I mean, either this is the wave 2 low, and we're going to see the start of a very strong rally up, or it's a wave 4 low, as I said on gold, and we're going to see a 5th wave up. So there is there's a positive bias, at least in the shorter term. Right, that's the easier bit over. I mean, the gold, Bitcoin, and silver are all behaving themselves quite well, have been for a while, in fact. Less so Bitcoin. The correction's been a bit of a nightmare in some ways. Right, so anyway, FTSE, we still got 5 waves down, not on an all-time high, but certainly a significant peak, followed by what looks like an ABC now, and now this sell-off. I think we can see more of a bounce at this point. Let's have a look at the shorter term. This could be wave 1 of something more significant. This could be an A, B, and C. We have the October expiry coming up. That can be a significant event in markets. In the markets, I mean, if you're going to see a sort of accelerated collapse, then the October expiry is a fairly good bet for it actually happening. I would think we're going to go higher. It's just only because we had quite a solid sell-off, it looks so far this correction is very subnormal. Of course, you do see subnormal corrections if you're getting very accelerated moves. I mean, the October expiry is 2 weeks away now, so I would think probably higher price is the most likely, but it could probably just a correction. Right, the DAX again, it's in 5 waves down off the peak, but now an ABC correction, very close. I'm putting the C wave there. That is debatable, in fact, followed by this sell-off, which could be wave 1 of something quite serious, as I just said. Same as FTSE, really. Right, this does seem the higher peak at 498, as far as I can tell. This one's very close, I think 492. Other charts may show that differently. Well, that's pretty impulsive. I mean, the wave count's not that clear, but certainly an impulsive move down. This is a corrective ABC at the moment. But again, I think more upside is likely. There's so many sort of rumours here of different positive things that might happen, negative things that might happen. It's difficult to get a fix on it. The charts don't lie as such, but they don't necessarily give you don't give you a clear picture of the future either. But again, I would think we're going to see more upside. So the counter is reaching for the 38-point level around 12,078. But I think I'd expect the corrective form to continue, but to continue a little bit longer at this point. All right, the Dow's a bit wilder. 1, corrective 2. This is all a bit messy, really. So look at this in a bit more detail. Well, this could be an ABC, I guess. I mean, this could be an A, B, C, A wave, B wave, 5-part C wave, and quite an impulsive looking move up, in fact. So far more positive action on the Dow at the moment, which could change this quite dramatically. That's all today. If I think you're useful, back to the report for subscribers on Tuesday. A lot happening right now. We've got some very clear signals on the cryptos, well, not cryptos, Bitcoin, gold, and silver, and we've got possibly major moves coming in the equities. So if you have a serious interest in markets, I would suggest a subscription to Big Call might be money very well spent at the moment. I've also got a shorter term trading. I'm looking at these particular signals in more detail. Anyway, well, that's all today. If that is useful, back to the report on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.